Morning, everyone. It's Sunday afternoon. We already gone and came back to church. Marshall's up in the kitchen. Got a extra protection barrier for the dogs out in the living room, so Marshall still can't get too close to them. He's still, if the dogs are too close to him for too long, then he'll still growl. So he's enjoying his space, but as you can see, Vera's up here doing dishes. She's fed him a few times out of her hand, so doesn't seem to be any issues there. I'm continuing with the clicker. Looks like he's understands it just by that. Allow the dog to get distracted. Click, he turns to you. Shows he knows that the click means he's going to get a treat, and he'll pay attention to you for it. Now, granted, what I teach this to people, and people believe that they can start using their clicker as a cue, a distractor, try to get their dog to pay attention to them. You have to look through the idea that it's not a cue, you're just teaching him what it means. So when it comes to after they understand what it means, no, you're not using your clicker to get your dog's attention, because if he understands that his behavior gets the click to happen, and he's doing something you don't want him to do, and you click, you're telling him that what he has done gets him a treat. So not paying attention to you gets him a treat. We don't want that. Marshall. So that would be calling his name in an area of low enough distractions so that he will pay attention to you. Start working on behavior, see if I can get him. So trying to get him into a sit there by luring him back. Not quite understanding that. Psyche, quiet. Quiet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So see, I waited too long to reinforce her quiet. That was my mistake. So I'm somewhat reinforced her bark. Quiet. Good girl. Quiet. So as you see, I'm not just asking her to be quiet, I'm also making sure she understands what quiet means again. Quiet. The fact she is quiet is getting her treats, making an association between the word quiet and the fact that she's getting what she's doing at that time. Quiet. The reason she's getting treats is she's not barking. Now, you can tell is I'm not allowing my dog to bark. A lot of trainers who are against using positive reinforcement for the majority of your training will say that we don't reprimand our dogs, or we just allow them to do whatever they want, and hope that their behavior goes away. I don't just hope that Slacky's going to stop barking one day, because she won't. It's a self-reinforcing behavior. She gets something out of barking, so she'll never stop on her own. If anything, she'll start barking more because it's continuing to be reinforcing. I have to make her being quiet more valuable to her than what she gets out of barking by herself. Quiet. Quiet. So if you can tell there, I counted to 10 before reinforcing. trying to draw the behavior out, rewarding her less and less by stretching the behavior. Good girl, Saki. And the fact now she's not even paying attention to over here because she wasn't getting any reinforcement for hanging out over here. She's getting more reinforcement playing over there. So you try to mold Marshall's behavior. See how his rear end is dropping. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, awesome. So then he actually offered me a sit. In fact, he's staying in his sit. And then I could start adding the command or the sound by saying, well, quiet. Now notice this isn't a situation that Slacky is usually in. So to hold her to the same standard that I hold her to the rest of the day of being quiet or punishing her for these barks isn't right of me, because I've put her in a situation where she does not feel comfortable, where she feels there's a threat, or she feels that she wants attention, so she is offering behavior. Quiet. In this situation, that is different from all other situations, to see which one works. So what I try to do is not reinforce that behavior, wait for it to stop, reward alternate behavior. But it's not going to be night and day. Quiet. Up. 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 Not you, Dodger. Saki, up.
Dodger.
Saki, up. Dodger got a treat for staying down. Marshall. Good boy. Here, get Slacky's attention. Work with her.
Okay.
Use this stuff. So she might be understanding to pay attention to me is what's getting her good stuff. So I'm gonna switch up the situation and try to get her to pay attention to Kaylee. Kaylee, call her.
Saki. Saki, come.
Saki. Go pet her. Get her attention. Get her attention. Come on. Go play. So, I'm just going to withhold. She's not going to get any more attention in case she was thinking she was getting attention for barking. I don't want to reinforce that.
Sit.
So Kaylee's gotten a little bit closer to her. So right there, Slacky was in a heightened state, either anxiety or whatever. So she wasn't responding. There was too much of a distraction around her. Marshall, me, da da da. Wasn't distracted by Kaylee. Didn't have any value. Now she does.
Matthew, watch out for your sister.
So that's what I'm doing today for now. Have a video later. I'm gonna take Marshall and Dodger outside. Have them both on leash. They can share the space,
Matthew,
share the backyard, make some good associations there.
behind you.
That it's perfectly okay for him to share space with another dog.
Joy, she's in the car sleeping.
Okay, bye.